I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. It's kush. I love me too much and your brain turn to mush. Fall flat on your tush. You couldn't handle the product I push. I guess I'm just used to it, I just do it. Like Nike swoosh, none of that Reggie Bush, cause I'm top shelf. I ain't got wealth, but I'm on my grind like park rails. I'd sell the shoes right off my 2 feet, then add one, that's a yard sale. Got dumb bars that be smarter than Harvard, Yale. Take your pictures elsewhere, you wanna be TMZ, I wanna be VIP. Quit pandering, I'm not answering, cause I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. All of that bark and no bite, that's alright. Not everyone can be the big dog. Take a walk, kick rocks. Can't keep me out cause I pick locks. They hearing me knocking, I'll never be stopping. I keep this shit popping like lip gloss.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Saturday's edition of Unscripted. Special show for you guys today. We have a huge guest coming on later on today. Roberto Duran's son, future and upcoming future champion, Robert Duran Jr. But before we get to that, I want to introduce my panels, my co-hosts, my family, my boy. Let's start off with Jay Mclovin. What's going on, Jay?
Hey, I'm doing well. I'm really glad and excited to have Robert Duran Jr. on the show, and it's going to be phenomenal. And Frankie, man, good score, bringing him into the fold. I appreciate it. Pride, always good to see you, my brother. And by the way, that's my mother saying hello. What a beautiful woman she is.
Hello, Lynn.
How you doing, Miss McMinn? Yeah, you are a beautiful lady. I'm looking real close onto that profile picture, Jay. You got one hot mama. And with that, we're going to go to my other boy from Connecticut, but right now residing in California. Psych, he wish. South Carolina. My boy Pride. What's going on, Pride?
Yo, Frankie had me confused. I was like, wait a minute, when did I move again? I'm mad confused. Frankie, you're indoors. Take the glasses off, my guy. Come on.
This is what Frankie the Yankee does, baby. Shades indoors.
You are such a horrible person, man. I'm glad to be here. Appreciate you guys having me. I've learned a lot of stuff. Jimmy Butler is apparently a superstar. Zoinks. And I guess the Miami Heat are all of a sudden going to sweep the Golden State Warriors. I don't know when this happened. The Boston Red Sox are still better than the Yankees without a shadow of a doubt. Like I said earlier, your poverty franchise is going to somehow going to win the division by 10 plus games and will still somehow find a way to be in the wild card game because you guys are just that horrible. So, fuck the Yankees. It was fuck Miami. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I'll just say, fuck you, Frankie. Just because. I'm going to throw you in there, my guy, just because.
Hey, Frankie.
You know what? It's cool.
Hey, for a while there, Frankie was saying, in the past, the Yankees have paid, target prices and got less than goodwill effort out of their rotation. So, but now they're looking pretty. I don't know. They're off to a hot start. We'll have to see what happens.
What's going on, everybody? We're getting a lot of comments going on. We got Freddie chiming in. What's going on, Freddie? Chris Gons couldn't be here tonight. We miss you, Chris. He's having a date night with his wife, but we always got to have our date nights with our wife. Always got to.
100%.
Happy wife, bro. You get a happy life.
Especially when you're a stud like Chris. Oh my god.
Exactly.
That's true, man. That beard is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. That beard is pretty nice.
Every time he does this, it gets me a little excited inside.
What's going on, Damien? How you doing? Please don't come in and comment something stupid today.
Comment something stupid, Damien.
What's going on, Anthony Price? Thank you for coming in. Oh, my boy Mike Hughes. Sexy Mike. The man I say. Oh, wait, I got to show Pride. Do it again, Pride. Do it again.
Do what?
Do what you just did.
What do you mean? No, they saw my face. They saw my face.
Bro, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, nah, bro. Oh, go ahead. I need $1 bill. I'm going to start throwing dollars at my mom.
Ooh, Mama McMahon coming back, chiming in, saying hello. See, She loved me, Jay. You see that? I give her that compliment. She don't want to go away.
It must be that. It must be the sunglasses. It can't be the Yankees gear. So I'm guessing it's the sunglasses.
She's definitely loving the Yankees gear. What's going on, Mikey Delaney? Please, Mikey Delaney, shoot some fires on Jay because your Seattle is going up against his Astros. Please, and you guys got the one win over them yesterday. You guys got a game tonight. Shoot some fire on Jay. Matthew Briggs pumping in. He is pumped for Duran. Yes, he will be coming in. He just messaged me asking for the link. I just sent it to him, and he will be on soon. Mike Hughes saying if you're on the bottom of the screen, then you think Butler is a superstar. Oh,
I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing from him because he was the one that I'm pulling up the messages. That's it. I'm exposing him. That's it. Let me scroll.
Oh, hey, by the way, I got a message from Rob Scott. Rob Scott said, Damien Hernandez, he said, you need to come on the show and give him a public apology about the Dallas Mavericks and Golden State game.
Yes, he did say that. He reminded him that on Friday, ASAP in the morning, and I did tell Damien to please come on the show and apologize to Rob when I am not here.
Oh, that's good.
I told y'all fools he's taking it since 7. But you know what's funny?
Happened already? The games haven't happened.
Oh, Mike said,
yeah, because he knew. No, because he was mad excited. He was mad. He was mad happy talking about. Oh yeah, he's uncoachable. Not a superstar. Not a team player. All this shit. And Mike, I have a question. Where were you, Game 5, when your superstar, quote unquote, was playing like my guy was playing like Spencer Dinwiddie in the second round? That was your guy. So until then, I'm chilling, bro.
Boys, we have a special guest just chiming in. Our guest at the moment, we've been waiting for this guy all week. I've been waiting for him to come on for like a year now. Get your boxing gloves ready. Our future champ is here. Let's give him the proper introduction he deserves. This video was specially made just for him from us here at Unscripted and ASAP.
I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. It's kush. I love me too much and your brain turn to mush. Fall flat on your tush. You couldn't handle the product I push. I guess I'm just used to it, I just do it. Like Nike swoosh, none that Reggie Bush, cause I'm top shelf. I ain't got wealth, but I'm on my grind like park rails. I sell the shoes right off my 2 feet, then add one, that's a yard sale. Got dumb bars that be smarter than Harvard, Yale. Take your pictures elsewhere, you wanna be TMZ, I wanna be VIP. Quit pandering, I'm not answering, cause I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. All of that bark and no bite, that's alright. Not everyone can be the big dog. Take a walk, kick rocks, can't keep me out cause I pick locks. They hearing me knocking, I'll never be stopping. I keep this shit popping like lip gloss. Get me pissed off and the whole squad point the red dots. Something like chicken pox, give me all what you got like it raw, shimmy y'all. Feeling like Tony Hawk, never stop, let it rock, better not get involved. Running a marathon and you a tortoise, this my world, you a tourist. Fuck with the bullet, you get in the horns, I'm a...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the future champ, Robert Duran Jr.
What's going on? What's going on? Undisputed, unscripted.
What's up, champ?
Unscripted.
Yo, can I ask you a question?
What's
Can
good?
you punch me in the face just so I can say I got punched in the face by a professional boxer? Just one time.
Man.
Just one time. You don't got to knock me out. Actually, no, knock me out. I want a full story and everything. I want to say I got my jaw broken by a professional boxer. Can you do me that favor?
I can't break your jaw.
Frankie, I tried.
You do realize that their hands are licensed weapons.
Yes.
Hey, for you that don't know, hey, listen, his father, Roberto Duran, was known as Hands of Stone. Hands of Stone is what this man was at 106 wins. So, and it has been said even by Robert Duran Jr. that he, can punch harder than his father, and that is amazing. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah, he was a savage, man. That's all I can say, man.
Hey, one of the goats
Relentless.
and one of the founding fathers for Latino boxing, for real.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna start off by asking. I'm gonna call him Cholo. This is my family. So we're gonna start off by asking Cholo some questions.
Show off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. When you get that special connect, you can call him whatever you want. But right now, you call him Robert Duran. Damn it, Jay. You got any questions for Cholo?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Again, man, impressive records you guys, you got going on. I know you're 33 years old. I got just a couple of questions. Number one, at 33 years old, at 33 years old, where you are in your career right now at the beginning, how long, let's be honest. I mean, you're a little bit older. So what does your ceiling look like in your prime years? Like, and how far do you think it's going to get before you can actually get that title shot at 33?
Man, to be honest with you, it might be soon, because as September, I'll be fighting in Atlantic City in September, and I'll be going for the junior WBC welterweight, the NABF, and that's gonna put me in the rankings if I win. So as soon as I get into the rankings, you know what I mean? Any vacant titles open, anybody that's holding a title at 147, when I get there, we're going for it.
They're getting the smoke. Give my man the belt. Aaron Rodgers, that shit. Give him the belt right now.
Hey,
yeah,
so my second question is, I know you just came off your fight against Arturo Moreno out in Vegas. I know you took the loss by decision, but what from that fight did you learn about yourself, and how are you going? What are you taking away from that fight to improve upon? So when you do get those title fights, it's going to make you even that much better than what you already are.
High altitude training. That's what I'm a better. Because that kid couldn't land a punch even if I fought in his dreams on his condition. At the end of the day, that's what it is. People
I think I was even talking to Frankie about that.
People that know me and know how I fight, they know how I fight. I got great defense. I put pressure. I throw combinations. I try to eliminate the fighter as quick as possible. But when that was my first time fighting in Vegas, and I was only there 2 days prior to the fight, so I was cutting like the last 2-3 pounds the 2 days before that. So when I actually got into the ring and I started letting my hands go, my oxygen tank was like, nah, not tonight, man. So that's what it was.
So I know, are you still being trained by Vinny Paz? Is he still your trainer currently?
Oh, no. I let Vinny Paz go a long time ago, back in my fourth fight.
Okay. I was just curious about that. I know, looking back on some of your history, I know you watched a lot of videos with your grandmother of your father's fighting and your fighting stance and things like that. Would you say that your style of fighting or your pattern of fighting is going to be a lot similar to what your father brought to the ring?
It's going to be, everybody that sees me fight, especially my trainers, they'll be like, wow, you have a lot of similarities as your father. But I do a lot of things different. I move a lot. I move a lot with my feet, defense, everything. The power is the same as my father. The relentless pressure is the same as my father. Once we go for the kill, we go for the kill.
Now, Cholo,
I try to mix it up. I mix it up with my style and my father's style.
Cholo, at the Sons of Legends match, you got to see Mike Tyson. Was there any any special thing that he said to you for your future fights and anything?
To be honest with you, man, Mike wasn't even. Mike was so poured up, man. It was. But I will tell you this: Mike was so drunk. But I will tell you this: when I met him, he stood up to give me a hug, and he looked at me, and he didn't say nothing for like 10 seconds. He just looked at me. I guess he was remembering the past and what my father looks like, and then looking at me. And then all he said was, wow, you're beautiful, just like your father. Look at him. He looks at the other guy next to him like, you see this? Just like his father. And then he just sits down. and just telling the person next to him, I can't believe it, just like his father. You know, so
Nice.
I took that right there. I'm like, I'll catch you next time, Mike, when you sober, man. Yeah.
Because it's kind of funny because you were talking about the Moreno loss and you were basically saying how it was altitude. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Cain Velasquez. I don't know if you watched the UFC when he got mollywopped by Verdum in Mexico, and he basically was saying that, you know, that altitude, you feel it. Like if you only pull up there for only 2 days, you feel it, especially when you're in the ring. Considering the fact that you basically have very high output, you're very mobile and you're very energetic. So obviously you're gonna feel that. Obviously you said that you learned that, you know, you'll go into like different altitudes or anything like that. Have you ever considered something like a hyperbaric chamber, or one of those things where they kind of lower, they put you in like a room and they lower the oxygen, the altitude, just to make you feel like you're higher? Has that ever really, before this fight, before going to Vegas, has something like that ever came in your mind, or is that one of those things that you only thought about when you got to Vegas and you're like, damn man, like
before the Vegas fight, that never clicked in my head. You know, because here what I do is sometimes I use my elevation mask. I run with it, I hit the bag with it, you know, so that's like high altitude training. But I was so in condition, man. I thought I didn't even, it slipped my mind because I was so prepared mentally, physically. I was ready to go 20 rounds, you know? And then by the third round, I'm mouthpiece out my mouth. I'm not throwing because, you know, I move everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm just stationary. So the only thing I could do was just defend. You know, I'm just defending, and then I'm not countering. So and then my head was so messed up because I'm trying to breathe and I'm trying to focus. It's even in the ring, it still didn't hit me until my cut man told me in the fourth round. He was like, Rob, it's the altitude, bro. What's wrong with you? You can't breathe. It's the altitude. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, my muscles is fatigued, man. I can't throw them. You know, so every chance I could, I baited. I threw the counter right hand, which was landing, but it didn't have that pop that I have behind my punches. It would stagger the kid, like he would like, oh, snap. And then come back to his senses and get on that bike and just flee all over the ring. You know, but any other person, like any other place I would have fought, I would have flatlined him, knocked out. If I connect like that with those right hands, but I just couldn't do it, man. I didn't have that oxygen. So I gifted. I'm like, fuck it, you can have that fight, bro. That's a present from me to you. I gift you that fight. Yeah, I ain't worried about that.
So that's kind of what I was saying too. So, and I was talking about Frank about. So, if you have to do another fight in Vegas, or you got another fight in Atlantic City, I don't know how the altitude is there in Atlantic City, but are you going to be then training more predominantly in those cities to where you're actually accustomed to it, or are you just going to go there a week or two ahead of time and do a little final prep work before you go into your fight?
No, like I spoke to about it with me and my trainers first. We're gonna do a lot of high altitude training. You know, that at the end of the day, that's very, very beneficial. Even if I don't fight and I'll have the lung expand, my lung, my diaphragm opened up more. I'll be able to breathe. I'll last longer. Stamina, energy will be there. And then me and my managers came to the point where if we do fight in Vegas or any high altitude places, I'll be there a week and a half before to get aligned to to everything. So when come fight night, that shit will never happen again.
Rob Scott, you secretly got your ass in here on Unscripted. I don't know how you come in here, but you got anything to say to
Oh yeah. First of all, my first question is, describe if there's any pressure growing up in the home of a Hall of Famer, a man who dominated an industry, who many people regard as the GOAT of his weight class. Describe that pressure of going into the same field as your father, and how do you handle that pressure of knowing exactly who your father was?
So to kick that question off, right? See, the thing is with me, I didn't grow up with my father. I grew up with my mom's side of the family. We lived in the hood in Miami. Then I moved from Miami to Schenectady, New York. But at the end of the day, you know, my father's shadow's behind me. And when I got into boxing, at the end of the day, just his name alone and everything he's done, that's a big burden to carry. You know, those are big shoes to fill, regardless of what. You know, but how I handle that pressure is I know who I am as a man. I know where I come from. I know my goals. And the thing is that it kind of lowers the pressure for me because I'm paving my own way. I'm doing my own thing. I'm not trying to carry my father's legacy. That was me at the beginning. But then I'm like, I don't need to do that. My pops already did his. Now I'm gonna do mine. You know what I'm saying? I got my own name, got my own style. I fight my way, so I'm just gonna do my own way, do my own thing. So that kind of decreased the pressure a little bit. And then from then on, I just let people say whatever they want to say, talk whatever they want to talk. At the end of the day, it's me in the gym, you know? It's me in the ring. So that's how I look at it.
I love that. And to keep going, to add on to that, who do you look to today? I hear you talking about altitude training, and we know boxers like, you know, Mayweather, who was just a training monster, a
Yeah.
man of endurance. You know, what boxers do you look to today, or do you have anybody that you look to when you say, you know what, I want to emulate that style, or I want to train like that guy?
One fighter this era that I do look up to like that is Lomachenko. You know, Lomachenko.
Yes, sir.
People could say whatever they want to about that man. I know what it is. You know, this guy trains like he's from another galaxy. You know what I'm saying? This dude's training regimen is like he can go 30 rounds with like 20 different people and not get tired, moving in and out, left and right, combo combinations, angles, this and that, and you won't even see him. Have you ever seen that man in all his fights in 12 rounds get tired, gasp for breath? Not at all.
Never.
And still pack a punch in the 11th round.
And still get in there and crack you after 12 rounds.
Dude,
I'm like, yo,
it's crazy
when does this man get tired?
It's crazy too, because there's a lot of times like after the 12th round, he looking like he wants to go out for the 13th, like in a 14. It's like, yo, homie, hold on. That's back in the day where they used to do like, 3,000 rounds in a night. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like after the 12th round, he still looks fresh. Like you don't see exhaustion on his face. You don't see him. Nah, this man is still at 100%. And I'm like, what are you doing? I need to do what you do.
Back, like, yo, what you doing, yo? Like, I'm telling you, it's those Europeans because like their workout regimen.
That's insane. Dude, and he's from the mountains, so he comes from high altitude. He's from Ukraine.
What? And it's crazy. Like, I'm telling you right now, his workout altitude is how my dad not my dad, how my mom used to say, this is how I got to school. How it'd be over the hill, up the way, and all this stuff. Like, Lomachenko does that just because he's bored. Let me say that one more time. Just because he's bored, he does it.
I mean, they have bears as pet friends, and
like, yo, he out here taming bears.
Bro, how do you come into the pro ranks and already in your second fight you go for a title? Off the gate, bro. Off the gate.
So that was my pops a minute ago, Tom McMahon. That's my pops. And my dad remembers your dad. My dad watched most of your dad's fights. And he said it's good to see Roberto's son. And he does believe that he will win the title, man. Just keep doing you, baby.
See, that's man, shout out to your pops, man. You know, those are the kinds of words that, any athlete needs to hear, man. You know, it's just when I hear that from people that I don't know, that makes me feel good. So that makes me want to train even harder and harder because I know people's looking up to me and people is expecting me to get to that level.
Absolutely.
Like Frankie, his brother, all of his family, everybody back home is the same. Always calling me, text me, yo, we with you, win, lose, or draw, we with you. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. Remember where you come from. So that's tattooed in my mind. You know,
Yeah, and you will get there, man. You keep putting in the work, you will get there.
Well, you know what, Rob, from one Rob to another, since we speaking great things in this world,
I can't wait. I can't.
who is a fighter that you want to have a match with? If you can pick a fighter right now to say, I want to test my skill for skill, check for check, skill for skill, who is a fighter you want to get in the ring with?
Damn, right now, to be real with you, every time I get asked that question, I always tell everybody, cause see, right now I'm in the path of building my record till I get to that level, that elite level, you know, where all the great fighters of today are right now. You know, you got Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, you know, you got the Charlos, but I'm talking about in my division though, you know, 147. You got all the great fighters up there already, you know. But when I get up to that level, who's to say who's still going to be at that 147 level? Or if they haven't already moved up to 154. You know what I mean?
That's actually,
And Rob, it won't matter because when that comes, guess what? Robert Duran Jr. taking that weight division over, baby. Let's go.
So that's how I'm looking at it. By the time it's my turn and I get to that level, whoever's up there crowned champion, I have to go for that. Whoever it is who I'm going after.
Have you ever considered like moving weight classes, like how you see guys?
I was just about to ask him that.
Yeah, like some guy, like for you, like because you're at 147, there are guys who will fight at 147, then go to 140, then drop to 140, drop to 135, then all of a sudden getting bored and then going up to 154. Have you ever considered doing something like that, or in your mind? Are you okay at 147 and you're comfortable just going there for the rest of your career?
No, I'm actually very comfortable at 147, man. Like people look at my frame and be like, "You sure you don't fight at 154, 160?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, I'm 147."
Homie, you sure about
that?
Hey, Pride. You stacked, homie.
Hey, Pride. You know, hey, just so you know, Robert comes from his pops fought in 3 different weight classes.
No, I know.
You know, and when you move up in weight class, you gotta learn, you gotta do it the correct way. You know what I mean? You just can't move up in weight class and think you're gonna perform the same. You know? Like if you start off at all right, for example, my father, he was a natural lightweight, 135, and he was there for a while. The reason why he was able to go to 140, 147, 160, 168 is because all the experience of fighting he already had. You know what I mean? So when you moving up them divisions, you at 50-something fights, 60-something fights, 70-something fights. You don't fought everybody and every style out there, all types of heights, all types of weights. So moving up, you already used to that. You know, you got dudes that, like, for example, Adrian Broner was a 140 fighter. He was great at 140. Can't take that from him. At 140. 100%. But when he moved up for 147, he was getting that ass cracked at 147.
And it was, Adrian AB didn't look the same at all, bro. When he moved, oh my God.
When he went to 147, that speed decreased. And all that power and weight from those natural 47s took a toll on him.
Yeah, I'm about to say he wasn't ready for it.
He wasn't. You just can't just shoot up there. You know what I mean? You can't just do it. You have to. That's something that comes with time. Like Canelo. Canelo did it perfect. You know, Canelo went from 147 to 154. He stayed at 154 for a while. He went up to 160, stood there for a while. Went up to 168, stood there for a while. You know, because he trained through those conditions. He built, and he was already experienced enough to fight those guys. But then when he went against Bivol, that was dumb as hell. That weight class is too high for him. Bivol's way too experienced and too good for him way up there. He's going to get battered up there. He needs to come back down. That's just the real shit right there.
Hey, man, I was just about to say that. I said, like, trying to go to heavyweight, and I'm glad that you bring that up, especially because you're a person that experienced it through the boxing side. What people don't understand, just like in any sport, it's called adjustments. As I move up or I move down in weight class, you have to make those adjustments. So,
Completely.
as strong as I am at 147, I might not have that same punching power at 154.
You're
You're
So
not.
people
fertilizing my
they
brain.
don't realize that.
Look at that. Listen, see, Mr. Duran, because Frankie says I'm not allowed to call you by your
He
nickname,
said,
right?
Nah,
Mr.
man.
So,
Come on,
Duran.
man. Stop
I'm-
playing.
I said, call him Robert Duran.
You can call me, you can call me Rob, Cholo, whatever, man. You know,
He
we all,
said, Mr.
Rob.
Duran. I
We
can't
all
with you,
people.
Hey
Tyler.
Rob, I'm cool with anything except Bob. Just don't call me Bob.
yeah, that's a no, man. I'm sorry.
But
That's a big no.
He's like, yo, you call me Bob, I'm leaving, and that's it. I don't care.
I'm about to hit that leave button real fast. You know, I hear that Bob come out of anyone.
Call him Rob. Call him Rob. Don't call him Cholo. Call him Rob.
Oh, man.
Frankie, relax. I have not yet called him that. Relax.
Hurry up.
Jeez.
Oh,
So,
by the way, real quick,
obviously-
not to cut. That was my father's name too. Coming up, Cholo.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
but I got a question because I want to know the man behind the name, right? When you're not boxing, you're not training. What do you do?
Ooh,
Like
I
when
know.
you're trying to chill out, you're trying to vibe, you're just relaxing.
Man, I just be at home. I be at home acting a fool, man. I want people.
Hey, listen. Robert's life has changed. He just got married, so he does whatever the wife probably tells him. Hey, this is what we doing.
My guy,
That's a negative, but I'll tell
see,
you what,
he
though.
kept it a buck. He said, "Fool." He kept it a buck.
I'm a fool. I'm a fool, bro. Listen,
Yes, Lord.
right now, just now, before I got on this live, we was out in the living room. I was out there wrestling with the kids and the wife. We had put on the hay. I was just punching everybody out in the living room just now.
I'm pretty sure I'll see that on a Facebook story.
You is, trust me. You'll see in about 15 minutes. That'll be up there.
Yo,
You know?
Yes, sir. Nah, I usually try to ask that because we always ask the generic boxing questions. You know what I mean? And it's kind of nice to be able to ask you something not boxing, like what do you do in your free time type of thing.
He also spit some lyrics too, bro. He be spitting some lyrics.
I be making music and everything.
Yeah.
I do music. I do boxing. I do a whole. I got a side job too, man. Shit.
He doing all of it, bro.
Wait. So
you
you said you're in music. What style? What is your music style?
Rap.
Oh,
you don't know how many times they beat me up when I was
Oh
young.
man, hey. If he
Frankie,
talking to Frankie, Frankie real hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Frankie don't give a shit.
I'm smoking right now. I'm just trying to keep it on the down low because we're on ASAP. So I'm over here undercover.
Wait, hold on.
That's
Is
like-
that why he got the glasses on? Did
Yeah.
Ron give you a black eye? We got him, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
No, Frankie the Yankee then came out.
Stop that shit.
My fault. I apologize.
Ain't nobody give me a black eye. You see who I grew up with? Robert Duran Jr. Damn, ain't nobody giving me no black eye. You bugging.
Shit, all them street fights. I came home with
Seriously.
a couple of them. Frankie will tell you the stories. He know what time it is.
So wait, hold on. Wait. Speaking of your childhood, so you say you didn't grow up with your father's side and everything. What got you into boxing, then, brother?
So like I said, the times that I did see my father was like here and there, right? So when I would see my father, when he would come down to Miami and train, I would go to my grandfather or my sister would pick me up and go take me to see my pops while he was in the gym, training and getting it in. And just from the beginning, man, my mom even put me in martial arts, karate and all that shit when I was like 5. So I started young in combat classes and stuff like that. And then just running the streets, fighting in the streets. I got tired of doing the in and out of, you know what I'm talking about. So then it's funny because I came home, right? And my big sister hit me up. And she's like, yo, you want to fight? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you want to box for real? I'm like, yeah, I need to. So then that's what happened. I picked up the gloves. Instead of doing it, illegal, where I can get in trouble, I could just do it professionally, make money. And at the end of the day, I just didn't do it just to make bread. I knew there was more behind that, especially who my father is and what kind of name I gotta be, carrying the pressure that I gotta be ready to put on my shoulders. Because once I lay some gloves up, it's all hell gonna break loose, and that's what happened. And then, man, it's been an up and down ride, but it's been a blessing too, and I'm here.
Yes, sir. That's why I asked you that question earlier about the pressure, because I know you said you want to do your own thing, but anytime analysts, boxing experts, when they see you lace those gloves up, they see Roberto Duran Jr.
Completely. That's 100.
Yes, sir.
And that way of looking at it is completely wrong.
Yeah.
Don't look at me and think, oh, it's Duran Sr. all over again. So I'm gonna be expecting the ruthlessness, the relentless punching, the carelessness, because my father was careless a lot in his fight.
Very.
He swung them hands. Him, Sugar, Tommy Hearn, they threw them hands.
They was in there just slugging.
Yeah.
Even though my pops got a little bit of everything, but he was just a relentless pressure puncher, and that's what he did. But those analysts and boxing critics, they can't sit there and look at all these type of juniors that's fighting nowadays and compare them to their fighters. Because at the end of the day, every junior out there is doing their thing, man. You gotta let it happen. It's whether they was born for it or not, they doing it. You gotta respect it. That's it, man.
So if you don't mind me asking, I know you said, your father, y'all were kind of estranged growing up. What is your relationship now with your pops? Do y'all have, do y'all talk boxing? Do y'all have any kind of conversations about that? Does he give you any tips?
Man, I spoke to my pops twice within the last 2 years. And that's because my second older brother, I speak to my older brother a lot, Robin. He does all this filming and acting stuff in Panama, and that's the one that I'm really close with. So he be putting me on, letting me know. And he's the one that actually connects me to my pops, but I only spoken to him twice. And then when we speak, it's not about boxing. He'll ask me really quick, what's my record and when I'm fighting next, and then how's the kids, and then we'll just be out the phone. Because, my father's not a phone person. He's a movie guy. He ain't really grow up using the phone, man. Like, he be telling his wife and the rest of my brothers and sisters, yo, how do you work this phone? Yo, send this guy a message. Send him this.
Hey, listen, my pops is the same way. I can call my dad right now, and he carries it on his hip, but he don't know which button to push to answer.
He'll look at the phone and be like, yo, this is making noise. How do I answer this?
He said it's making noise.
It's making noise. How I answer this? You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Hey, listen.
Real quick, Frank, can you put up that question by Sandra real quick? Because that's actually has there been like any lesson your father taught you, whether it be a life lesson or maybe just like a boxing lesson that you kind of just observed from him or anything like that? Like, was there any lesson that you ever really took away from him?
Nah, because I was too young. I was too young for him to, for him and I to sit there and actually politic about just life, period. So there was really no lessons he could give me. Only lessons I can learn from him is watching him on YouTube and whatever my brothers and sisters tell me.
Have you ever watched like his old fights to kind of like break it down as like
all the time?
Like
all the time. Because he just does things in the ring that's just so natural. And he just does it with so much anger. He just does it so angry and it just comes out so natural. I'm like, this guy is a god in the ring, bro.
All right. This is what the people want to know. I got a 2-part question. First of all, who you think gonna win the series? Miami.
Hold on, Rob. Hold on, because I was just about to get to that. Because my boy Robert Duran Jr. is no lie a Miami Heat fan. My boy Pride.
Y'all want to know who? I like them. I like them, but that's not my favorite team though.
What's your favorite team?
I might blow y'all minds off when I tell you who's my favorite team.
I know.
Just don't say LA. Just don't say
he gonna say LA.
Please.
Hell no, man.
Oh,
Boston Celtics, baby.
Thank God.
Boston Celtics, baby.
That's my
Well,
boy, man.
Pride done had an aneurysm.
Now, wait a minute.
Hey guys, I like to take the time to say, hey, Pride,
Hold on.
screw Connecticut.
Robert Duran, how long have you been a Celtics fan? How long?
Since I was a kid. Ever since I grew
Okay.
up watching Larry Bird dropping them threes,
Oh my God.
it was over. I'm
See,
like,
I
Boston is
knew.
my team from now on.
I knew there was something.
Now, see, what you understand is Pride has a really big hairstyle, but his head is pretty damn big now that you done said that. You just blew his head up.
I'm Boston,
It's all right.
baby.
They got to see the Warriors next series. You see that?
Yeah, and
You
the
know?
Celtics in 3.
I stuck with Boston on the lowest of the lows, and I'm still here with them.
Robert Duran, let me ask you a question. You have pretty good cornrow. Whoever braids your hair does a good job. Pride got a Walmart braided job, and it was terrible.
Mentira.
Could you
Mentira.
please hook him up?
Mentira.
Wow.
Hold on. Time out. Mentira. Hold on. Time out. First of all, Jay, you're balding, so shut up about hair. That's what
I am balding. I have nothing to braid. Nothing to braid at all.
Nah, so here's what happened with my braids. Because somebody actually asked what happened to my braids. So I was covering them with a do-rag, but I guess I move a lot and the do-rag was coming off. So
we're shifting your braids around and everything.
And it's crazy because the top part was fine. The back, homie, it was rough. It was crazy because like I went to use the bathroom and like my girl saw me and like I came out and she just started looking at me and I'm like, yo, you want to fight? I picked my pants up because listen, I'll tell people this all the time. I'll fight my girl, but it's because I'll get beat up. That's the only reason why I'm okay with fighting her, because I'll get beat up and it's fine. I just tell her, don't leave bruises and don't do it in front of the kids.
Yo, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Not to cut you off, you said
go ahead.
My wife thinks she's gonna be beating me up because I let her beat me up. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's why I feel bad, because like I'll let my girl beat me up, and then she out here like, yeah. I was like, yo, time out pineapples. First of all, I let you win, homie. Like, what do you mean? Like, I could fucking piece of shit, man. Like, you know, like I'm fat, all right? I'm 250. You think I can't beat you up? But not like the back of my braids was getting busted, bro. And my girl, she was like, yo, you gotta take them out. I was like, can you try to rebraid them? She was like, nah, it was just so bad. So I was like,
yeah, they was finished. Yeah,
dude,
they was done.
And I only had them for like 3 days. Yo, Rob, I felt like America's next fuckboy. I swear to God, yo,
After
I had
2
them
days?
after 2 days, homie. I was like, yeah, bro, but you
gonna have
Okay,
to
so what's the
that, man?
The question is, what did you pay for
Yeah, for real.
him?
Yeah,
I mean, she did you nice up top, and then she just said whatever in the back, like she tired. And she got tired of braiding.
She probably was. Oh.
He's so upset right now.
I bought her. I am bought her because I liked them.
Pride, you gotta go to the Africans for the braids.
Not my girl's uncle said that like the girl that does his braids them with her pinkies. She braids them like this. I was like, I don't know what type of stuff
it's the grip,
like,
bro.
Yo,
it's the grip.
Shorty was like this doing his, and I'm like
I want to ask you a question real quick. So Golden State is already in the NBA championship. They're waiting for either the Celtics or the Heat.
Hey, Frankie, say that with your chest. Say that with your chest.
Hold on, time out. Listen, look here. And Rob, I'm gonna start calling you Robert, and then I'm gonna call the real Rob because you're getting ridiculous. And Rob Scott, I'm calling you Robert. Rob, don't let Robert fool you, man. He's a Chicago Bulls fan.
I am. Steph Curry is my favorite player, though. So guess what?
Don't let him fool you.
So the Golden State Warriors are in the championship. Obviously, you know, Boston, Miami, Game 7 tomorrow. You're a Celtics fan. Pride's a Celtics fan. Obviously, you guys are going to go for the Celtics to win Game 7. What does the Boston Celtics have to change in order to win this in Miami if they want to go face the Golden State Warriors?
Go ahead, Rob.
You asking me?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, shit. I don't really watch too much NBA, but all I know is they got to come with that A game. They have to play. You know, they come into the Heat's backyard, and you know, Heat already give it up as it is. They already got great players. So Boston coming out here game 7, they have to play like this is their last game. Balls to the wall.
Pride. Now I'm gonna ask you the same question because you're also a Celtics fan. What does your team have to do in order to prevail in Miami?
So, I actually, because I thought we were gonna wrap it up. I called
So did I.
Yeah, I called Ime, and then after I called him, I was on FaceTime with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They all told me we just want to drag it out. That's what they told me. So I was like, all right, cool. Do whatever y'all want. And I was like, whatever. I thought they were like, we threw game 6. I was like, for real? They was like, yeah, true story. I was like, all right. I even called Marcus Smart. He verified. So I got 4 guys telling me that they threw the game. So
that's true because he did go 4 for 15. So you smart. I guess he must have thrown it.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know what happened, dog. The Celtics sold the second half. I don't know what happened, but the energy, excuse me, the energy was out the window. We were missing free throws like horribly.
Terrible.
Like I don't know if y'all saw it. It was in the fourth quarter. I think within 2 minutes, Jason Tatum was at the line, or Jaylen Brown was at the line. He bricked twice, and it was tied up, and he missed both free throws. And I'm like, I don't know if I can't say it's the pressure because we've seen them in pressure situations come through. But I don't know what it was. Like, it was so bizarre, and it was this weird thing where, especially game 6, we would go on a run, and then let them go on a run, and then we would go on a run, and then we would let them go on a run, and then we would go on, and it was just this back and forth thing that really perplexed me. Now obviously I'm chilling because again, if you think Jimmy Butler's gonna drop another 40, good luck. All right, good luck. All right. There's no way.
Hey, real quick.
Go ahead.
I gotta say this, Robert. You must be like the next. You must be the best at sliced bread because my family never comes on my show, but my sister is even on the show, and she done said hi, Jason, with some kissy faces, and I know she wouldn't be on here unless Robert Duran was on here, and my pops don't even know how to work a computer, so the fact that he's on here.
And your mom came in.
You might be bringing my family closer together. I'm just saying, Robert Duran, I love you, brother.
Yo, Rob,
hey, listen,
you had Jay's mom pull up twice,
system.
bro.
That's your sister, Jay?
Yeah, that's my
your sister.
Tara. Yeah, that's my sister.
How you doing, Tara?
Lord
How
Jesus.
you doing, sister?
Why did I know what Frankie was about to do?
It's nice to meet you.
So Rob, are you like, so I know some people, they play this sport, but they're not really into it. Do you actually keep up what's going on in the world of boxing?
I watch certain fights. Like if I know the fight's gonna be good, or if it's a fight that I watch, like a fighter that I watch, I would watch it. Otherwise, I don't keep up. The only fighter I keep up with is me.
Say that one more time for the
like
people in the back, homie.
No,
I like that.
Fighter I keep up with is me, man.
I like that, and I love that energy. But I'm gonna ask you because I know this has to be something that everybody got their eyes on. Triple G versus Canelo. What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, man, Triple G is a machine. It don't matter how old the man is. Go and go and go. But to be honest with you, he's not the same Triple. If they fight this third time, he's gonna let up a little bit because his time is already winding down. Body wise, physically wise. And Canelo is still in his prime, and Canelo's just been getting better and better. And just Triple G, he's slowing down. It's not gonna be like the first match, and it's definitely not gonna be like the second one. So Canelo wins that one easily, hands down.
Question: how during your training period for the time you get a match from day one that you sign the contract to the day you actually fight, how much of that time percentage would you say is spent watching film on that boxer?
Not really none. I'll probably watch him once or twice just to see what he does, and then I completely forget about him and just focus on me.
Okay. No, I was just asking that from a strategy standpoint, and how you. So you obviously don't use it as a training, like to his style or whatever, to counteract or what have you. So that doesn't really come into play.
Ooh, I made your sister's day, Jay.
She's not
so
talking
glad
about
I
you.
made your day
I promise
today.
you, she's talking about Rob, bro.
Nah, she definitely talking to me because of the way I approached her and said, "Hey."
Man, y'all some fucked up people, but I love y'all.
How you doing, Miss Parker?
So, am I allowed to ask my question now?
Yes, go ahead, Brian, before you were so rudely interrupted.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Rob, tonight, Tank.
No, I'm with Tank 100%.
So in your mind, there's no conversation, there's no debate, there's nothing.
No.
Tank is
all the way.
All right. So, are you confident enough to call it a knockout?
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you why he might I'm gonna say 95% get the knockout. Why?
Okay.
Because Rolly, he's not a skilled fighter at all. No skill. His head, where's his head? Been all the way up here. So when you have no skill and your head is all the way up in the clouds, and you swing from fucking down south coming up north, when you go up against somebody like Tank, you're gonna go. It's gonna be night, man. It's bedtime.
It's kind of funny you said that because, like, Romero, his style is a slugfest. That's how
his style is.
But
you want to know what his style is?
Educate me, please.
His style is, what the fuck is that?
All right, you got it. You got it right there. You got it.
What is that? What is that?
You got. I was trying to be nice and classify him as a slugger, but to be honest, if we're gonna be honest, that really is, because it's like it's this weird thing he does where, like,
that shit is ugly, bro.
It's hideous. Like, it's the most unorthodox way you could possibly fight, where it's almost like reckless abandonment of technique, where he's just swinging and he knows he'll miss, but he'll still throw it. Because in his mind, he's got a 0.1% chance of connecting. He'll throw it. And
he's just a fighter that's trained his whole life just for power punching.
Yes.
Just for that one power punch.
There's no setup. That's it. He's got it. There's no setup, nothing.
No jab. There's no nothing. There's no footwork. Have you seen him? He's got an old video up there, right? Of him trying to work on his defense, doing the shoulder roll. That shit, you know what it looked like? Like he was catching a seizure. It looked like he was catching a seizure trying to do
talking about the one where he was mad stiff, but he was trying to act like he was Floyd doing it. Like that weird thing where he was like this, but like he would lean back and then roll the wrong way. Is that what you're talking about?
It was an old video. He had his shirt off and his trainer had a white shirt on. I think it was like an old dude, an old white guy doing it. But the shit looked, it was ugly. It was disgusting.
I know. I've seen some people say they're willing to bet on Romero but it's like for me personally, I think I don't want to be mean and say he doesn't have a chance, but you're an idiot to put your money on him.
I can tell everybody exactly what he's going to do. It's a no-brainer. As soon as that bell rings, he's just gonna press forward and press forward and press forward and just swing. And he's gonna make that stupid ass shit he does with his when he throws a punch. When he does the hook. Like French Montana. That's all he's gonna do. Open. That's it.
Hey, I have a question. Hey, I got a question for Robert. If you look at a guy like Tyson Fury, and then we go back, and this is, of course, it's a hypothetical, but if you go back and look at, the Lennox Lewises, the Holyfields, the Tysons, because me personally, I think Fury doesn't really have the competition that really challenges him. If you put Fury back in those weight classes, or no, in that time period with Lennox Lewis or Holyfield, would Tyson Fury still be that dominant?
Yes, because Tyson Fury is crafty. And, for a big dude, for a big guy, as big as he is, he can move. He lets his hands go, and he's got great defense, man. Like, you can't sleep on him. He doesn't have the body of a fighter, but his hands can fight. His feet can move.
Right.
You know, he can do all that. You know, and like I tell people, if him and Anthony Joshua fought right now, he beat him easily. Easily.
Right. And that's what I was kind of curious, because when I look at somebody like, let's say, you look at somebody like a Holyfield, who, is a very, very technically sound boxer and really good at what he does. You still think that Fury would even take him though?
Nah, when you're talking about the greats now, it goes into a different chapter now.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I know why Fury is dominant in the era in which he's in. I get that. But I'm wondering if you put him in the Lennox Lewis and Holyfield era.
I'm gonna start off with Lennox Lewis.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start off with Lennox Lewis. I mean, if he went back in time to fight Lennox Lewis in his prime, he's gonna have a very, very difficult night. It's gonna be very, very difficult for him. Because Lennox Lewis, as a heavyweight, he boxes beautifully.
Right.
It's just amazing boxing from a big guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So he's gonna have issues just with him alone. He might not win. He might give him a fight, but I don't know. That's the other thing with Holyfield. Holyfield's a little bit more. He's like more of a brawler. He's a little bit more of a brawler, so he might get box him. But I don't know, man. He's gonna have a tough one with anybody back in the day.
Which kind of leads me into my next question from your perspective, is where boxing is at currently, given where, back in those days where you had lots of, more competitive boxers, do you think where boxing currently is sitting that they've lost some of the great skilled boxers, and maybe we're kind of getting a watered down version now where we're at currently, since Mayweather kind of left the sport and Pacquiao's kind of, in his old age, he's pretty much done. Now we're kind of left with Canelo, maybe Triple G and whatever. Do you think that the boxing has kind of watered down a little bit in terms of skill sets?
Nah, man, it's not watered down. The cup is overflowing with water. That's what it is now.
Right.
This shit is a drunken shit right now. You only got a certain few fighters that's actually, getting them fights. Calling out the champions, calling just only a very few. But, the 15-round era, that was only the golden era. That era that doesn't exist anymore. Right now in this era, that don't exist anymore. It's now who who you dealing with, promoters this, promoters that, carrying you all the way through, It's just how it is.
Jake Paul, is he good for boxing? No, I'm asking
hard questions. I'm going to ask you that.
I'm asking hard questions.
No, but I mean, that's right.
You know what? All right, so this is what Jake Paul does for boxing.
Oh,
he brings money to boxing. Because boxing's been watered down, he's bringing the money to boxing. He's bringing the views to boxing. But as in him boxing or his brother boxing, they need to stay out of the ring. That's what they need to do. They need to stay out of the ring.
Because you take a guy like Jake Paul,
let him
to your
finish.
point,
He was on a roll.
I'm sorry, I'm a dick.
If you're gonna promote and give fighters a chance and pay them money, do that. Because they already have millions and millions of followers and whatever, and everybody's investing money behind them because it's them. But if they're the ones stepping in the ring and calling these people out, man, listen. First of all, y'all not boxing. First of all, how you knock out Nate Robinson? Nate Robinson is like 5'2", 140 pounds, and then you count that shit on your record as a win. Man, you a heavyweight fighter. You just fought a lightweight.
Okay, Rob, but let me ask you this though. With that being said, is Jake really doing anything different from what these champions do right now in the sport of boxing? That they pick fights they know they can win?
No, but not to his extent. He took it way, like, he jumped off a cliff with no parachute is what he did.
I mean, but I know the Nate Robinson aspect, but look, he fought Ben Askren. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
but
picking fights
Ben
with.
Askren is not a boxer.
You need to knock it off with this whole. Oh, he fought Ben Askren. Ben Askren
Look,
is a
Ben
wrestler.
Ben
He's not a
Askren is a
scrapper.
UFC.
I know
UFC,
he's a wrestler.
he's a UFC fighter who's already on his way out. If he already was on his way out, look what he looked like when he went to the weigh-ins. He looked like a dude you find at a bar who had already a whole bottle or something.
He looked like me. He looked like a white me. Let's just cut to the chase, homie.
Come on, son. That's not normal. Those fights don't even count. Those are celebrity boxing matches. Is what you want.
Okay.
That's what Floyd will call an exhibition.
Like, okay.
I don't get that. That's not really boxing. That's just more promotional stuff.
Yeah,
but what I'm kind of curious
I
about
would never.
If he really wanted to fight somebody, a real boxer who's at his weight division, he would call out Tyson Fury's brother.
Yeah.
I think he did.
No,
he did. Tommy Fury, right?
Tommy called him out in England.
Yeah,
but they called it off though.
I'm gonna tell you why that fight will never happen.
Supposedly, it was supposed to happen.
It was. That was just a hype, man.
Ooh, educate me.
That was just a hype. That's how they just want to get the hype and get all the views and get all this money rolling in. You know, they want the attention, but the fight's never gonna happen. That's like
the same way Logan calls out what's my guy name? Connor. That's not gonna happen.
Robert Scott, don't you ever interrupt our future champ.
Bro. But this is what I'm saying. Logan Paul, what is Jake Paul? He's like 200 and something pounds. He's a heavyweight. Conor McGregor, he's 145 pounds. That's in a real boxing fight. Those divisions would never fight each other.
Right.
The commission would never sanction that. That would never happen in a real sanctioned boxing fight.
We need Pride to come back, bro. We need that organization to come back where it was like a 125.
So let me ask you this. Do you think
fighting a super duper heavyweight, man? We need Pride back. Get those Japanese guys.
Hey, Robert. So my question is based off of these celebrity events and the MMA more specifically. Is the MMA? Is it having an effect on boxing popularity, or do you think boxing is going to be okay just the way it is?
I mean, it's for a lot of people, it's fun. You know, for a lot of people, they like to see that. It's fun to them. You know, and then for the fighters and promoters, it's money-wise. It draws in millions and millions of dollars. So that's why they allow it to happen.
Okay.
You know, boxing was at a downhill. And it's slowly picking itself back up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Boxing will get to its highest peak one day. You know, they continue with the real fights and not the cherry picking and champion versus champion. It'll get there. But you know what? But this is to answer the other question, your last question. The Logan Pauls and people like that, they help in boxing in a way of promoting it, bringing the views in, bringing the money in. You know, giving the fighters chances, the real good fighters that didn't have a chance then, that promoters wasn't promoting properly and paying enough money. That's what they're doing now. You know, they're allowing those fighters those chances. You know what I mean?
Is there a date on your next fight?
September.
No. I got a July 9th fight in Kansas.
July 9th?
Hopefully, July 9th, hopefully, if everything works out, that seems to be the next one.
Okay.
So
I know you mentioned this tournament that you're possibly getting in with if you win where you have a chance against who's ever champion at the time. Based on the landscape right now, what champion are you eyeing? And who do you want to shot against?
So when I fight in September,
right?
You know, that's gonna be the junior WBC NABF title. That's just that puts a fighter into the rankings. You know what I mean? So in my category 147, if I beat those contenders climbing the rank and there's a vacant belt, me and that number one contender, or if I'm the number one, whoever's up next, we face off for that vacant belt.
For that title.
Right, for that vacant title.
Gotcha.
Or if there's a champion already at that weight division, whoever becomes that number one contender goes against the champion. They got the opportunity against, for that belt. And that's how it works. So as soon as when I climb the ranks, so it's hard like that. People can always say, "Oh, I want to fight him. I want to fight him," but it doesn't work like that. You have to go and climb those ranks. You have to go by that because all that shit is commission sanctioned, and those titles are sanctioned that way. Because you already have a bracket with like 1 through 20, 1 through 25 people, and you got to face off against half of them guys.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just make the rankings and be like, yeah, I want to fight number 1 to go for the champion. Nah, bro, you're going to have to wait in line.
Right. You got to put your dues in.
That's kind of what I was asking you earlier. So right now you're 33. To get to the WBC welterweight or the IBC welterweight, what kind of, is there, because is there enough time, obviously you're going to win. Is there enough time for you to get to that level climbing through the ranking system?
This time, I got good managers, and what promoter don't want to see me? What promoter don't want to set up a fight once I'm in the rankings? They got Duran Jr. or whoever's currently holding the title. Who wouldn't want to see that? So they're gonna make it happen, regardless.
I agree. Trust me. I mean, I definitely I agree with what you're saying. And I agree with what Frankie's saying. I believe what my pops is saying. You're gonna be future champion. And honestly, I can't freaking wait till you get to that level because I'm gonna be eating my popcorn watching it.
Man, I appreciate you guys, man. All love.
All I'm saying is we're gonna
be eating our popcorn watching Robert Duran Jr. at the title fight. We'll be eating popcorn.
You see that right there? You see the comment? Berlanga versus me. Berlanga. That don't even make sense. That dude fights at 168.
See?
Sanders, gotta understand.
This is the first time Robert Duran Jr. is seeing your comment, Sanders, and he's saying that's dumb. You make no sense, and Sanders. I've been saying this since day 1. You make no sense.
Hey, I gotta be honest with you.
You guys are getting eliminated, bro.
Hey, Rob, I'm speaking it into your future, Rob, that you're gonna make it wherever you're trying to go. All I'm saying is, don't forget, you know what I'm saying? Come back, do a little interview with Rob's 2 cents. What's that? You feel me?
Get out of here! What the?
Hey, Frankie, why I can't have Rob as a plug too? Why I can't have Rob as a plug too? My name Rob, his name Rob. Look, his mama call him Rob. I'ma call him Rob. That's all I'm saying.
That. He already seen that you're a Bulls fan. You acknowledged you're a Bulls fan, but you're wearing a Warriors hat. He don't like that.
I'm a Bulls fan, but Steph Curry is my favorite player. So if you don't like that, you know. Hey, guess what? He about to have a 4th ring.
I don't know, man.
Hey, Robert, you're down there. You're down there in Miami, right?
Hollywood, yeah.
Are you Hollywood? You're in Hollywood?
Not LA, Hollywood, Florida, Jay.
About 20 minutes from
Hollywood,
Miami.
Florida. Damn, there's more than one Hollywood? Damn, okay.
Yeah, I wish I was in Hollywood.
Yo, Jay's
Hey, let me just tell you. Hey, listen, Robert. Hey, funny story, Robert. I went to Miami with my wife one time, and I rode up into a club where Two Live Crew was performing, and I had about $300 in my pocket, and I'm like, you know what? I'm rolling deep. I'm a man, drink this shit off. And I sat, Robert. This is no bullshit. I sat down on a chair with the wife, and a lady came to me and she said, "Excuse me, sir, are you sitting here?" I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "That's about $2,000 for bottle service." I said, "Well, I guess me and the wife getting the fuck up."
Yeah, for real.
I said, "Damn, $300." I said, "Where's a discount bar in Miami? I need to go to that motherfucker."
That shit is expensive. Depending on where you go, it's gonna run your pockets. You're gonna be out of there broke.
Yeah, $300 at a nightclub does not go very far. I found out.
Relax, yo, con man.
Not at all.
Relax,
he called you con man.
Relax, bro. I'm mad confused.
Wait a minute. Now you can't call me con man. That's pretty messed up. I love you, pride, but damn.
Listen, you've called me fat before, so I think it levels out. I think I'm allowed.
Okay, we're even. No, we're good. We're good. We're even now.
I'm confused with Jay's screen, honestly. I see him talking, and I see him still talking without him talking. I don't know if this is like a Chinese movie or what. Like,
I thought my phone was messing up.
Hey, no,
y'all not the only one that see that.
I'm like, I hear him talking, but like when he's not,
it looked like Jay is actually going on a nice soliloquy right now.
In case you can't tell,
hey, listen, I got left behind. I don't even know what a soliloquy is. Why is my mouth moving like that?
Do you guys have any final questions for Robert Duran Jr. before I let him go so he can spend the rest of his night with him?
Hey, no final questions. No final questions. Just final motivation, brother. Hey, first of all, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Yes, sir.
Truly appreciate it, man. And we wish you nothing but success in this world of boxing or whatever you're trying to do in life, man.
Yes, sir.
From one Rob to another, man. You know, I like to see Robs win. So when you start winning, run some of that energy off on this Rob, man. But success to you, man. And I can't wait till I'm shaking your hand as a world champion, brother.
One day, I appreciate all you guys, man. Thank you for having me on the show. Unscripted is the way to go, man. Everybody's got to tap in. I wish all you guys much success and love. And FrankieC Jr., you family, baby.
Hey, Rob, I just want to say thank you for coming on Unscripted, man. Again, it's really nice to have some of your climbing to success, because we know you're going to be future champ. And we definitely want you on here again, if you don't mind, sir. And when you get to the championship level, don't forget the small guys in Unscripted.
Oh,
damn, hold on, Tara.
Most definitely.
Robert Duran Jr. didn't even give you the hey. It was me, Frankie. See, he comes in the show, not even say hey, and he gets the contacts.
No, he did. He did. That's why I said
didn't
earlier.
Say hey. I said hey.
Rob, didn't you say hey to her?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, that was Frankie.
See,
my fault. I'm back in my corner. My bad. My fault.
It's like he's back here in New York. What the hell?
Hey. That's that Rob magic.
All right. Look here, Robert, you lost the magic.
Hey. What you mean I lost the magic? We still winning money, baby. My boy Steph is making my pockets fatter. I'm just saying.
Whatever. Anyway, Rob, thank you for being here. We really do.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you guys for having. I had an awesome time, man. This interview was amazing.
100%. And like Jay said, don't forget about us little people. When you win the belt, just bring it back here.
I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, Robert, I want you to know that we said and we prophesied you as a champion before anybody else knew it. And Frankie knows we prophesied you as a champion right here on Unscripted. Make sure you come back.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. You know, in my second life, they call me Reverend Rob. So, yes, sir.
To quote the great Conor McGregor, call us Mystic Mac because we predict these things. Robert Duran Jr. is going to be a champion.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Yes, sir. We in here.
Yes, sir.
Cholo, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming in, answering us the questions. And I hope, we see you soon. I'm definitely going to be following your fights. You know that forever. But I hope you come back soon. And like we said, you're the future champ, man. You're my champ right now. Honestly, even without a title around your waist, I still see a belt around your waist because it's going to be there soon. So you're my champ now. You're my champ in the future. And, man, you're my number one boxer now. So thank you for coming, bro.
You already know it's all love, kid. Yo, everybody in Unscripted, man, thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure. Salute to all you guys. Stay strong and focus to the next one.
Sir. Appreciate it, Brody.
My boy.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, man, good peoples, boy. Good mother freaking peoples.
That we just had the future champ on our show. And when he become a champion, we get to say before ESPN and anyone else that we specifically got Robert Duran Jr. on our show.
Yeah, for you I don't know why my screen's acting so stupid, but for you that don't know, my pops grew up watching Robert Duran, and I remember my dad talking about Roberto Duran. And it's just like my dad said, man, it's amazing to see his son, doing what he's doing. And I'm really excited. And I feel connected to my pops even a little bit more, even connected to my sister a little bit more, just through Robert Duran Jr. and Roberto. So, man, just amazing. I'm so excited, man. I'm pumped.
Jay, I'm not going to lie. I feel connected to your family, too. I feel connected to your mom and your sister and your dad after them coming today.
I'm going to pray for you, Frankie. I'm praying for you, bro.
Who are you praying for?
For Frankie, because you got issues. Come on, I feel connected to your family, too.
I do.
No, Frankie is my family. Can't you see the resemblance?
Oh, yes, I do. Both of you guys are beautiful.
And you are too, Rob. Pride, if you can either braid it or shave it, one of the two, you're going to be in the house.
Wait, hold on. I ain't got to talk to my mans in a minute. Screw Connecticut. I just had to get that off my chest.
And bro, I get Chicago so bad you abandoned them. So whatever. I'm trying.
Oh no, you know what? You know what I told them, Pride? I said, you know what? Pride was right about all this mess he was talking about with Chicago and Boston. So I went to go get the big brother, Steph Curry, to handle y'all.
I hate you. I can't stand you.
Real quick, because we got. Yeah, why do I keep doing that? Because we got something to go through, and let's get through these real quick. Zion is cleared to return to the team. Obviously, they're not in the playoffs. We obviously knew he was cleared to return when they were in the playoffs. He just didn't play. But Zion is cleared to return. And what does this impact have an impact on the Pelicans coming next season?
Question is, are you going to – go ahead, Jay.
Hey, real quick, I'm going to get my little 2 cents out the way, man. Unrestricted.
You're not getting the link, Damian. Get the hell out of here.
Hey, he is
wait. No, I got to give him the link. You got to apologize to Rob. Sorry.
So you know.
Oh, yes, sir.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Jay. I need my apologies.
Zion has full right to do everything in practice like everybody else. That means this man should be good to go. I wonder, and I'm going to pose a question first, and then I'm going to give my little soliloquy. What is the chances of re-injury and screwing up him being ready to go? I'm going to pose that to you guys. Y'all can answer it in your spiels. But I will say this. He played in 85 games in 3 years. I don't know how much faith I personally put into Zion. But I will say this. Given what New Orleans did against Phoenix, pushing them to game 6, with the healthy Zion, he has a full year of gelling, chemistry building, doing everything to fit in with this New Orleans existing offense to go up against the playoffs next year, it could be very tricky in the Western Conference to get around New Orleans, in my opinion. He tore the 5th metatarsal in his right foot, but again, I think it's going to come down to his conditioning going into off-season workouts and things of that nature. But I'll tell you, man, I'm kind of curious and motivated to see where this young Pelicans team with the healthy Zion in the mix goes from here. What do y'all think?
I wish I wore my Zion jersey, bro. That's my boy right there. He's going to come back. He's going to be fine. And he's going to win MVP. That's it. In the next 2 years, he's winning MVP. That's my boy right there. When you get sick and tired of leaving that cesspool of his franchise, come over to Boston, Zion. We'll be good. Arms out. We love you. Zion is going to be fine. People forget he wanted to play, and the team deliberately kept him off of the court. We need to throw that part into the story because we can't just keep saying, oh, yeah, he was hurt. He was hurt. He was hurt. The dude was then he was practicing running scrimmages and putting dunks on his social media to prove to everybody, I can play. It was rumored that if the Pelicans forced a game 7, Zion would have been playing. So right. I understand what you're saying.
But you said MVP, though. You went too far.
Hold on. Right, I don't mean to.
Just real quick, and then I promise you can do this. Rob, in 2 years, if he's playing back to his normal self, I promise you this narrative is going to disappear and he's going to be in that MVP conversation. This kid was phenomenal before he went down. So if he comes back and in 2 years, he goes these 2 years just hoping, being normal, playing at least 65, 70 games, he'll be back in the MVP conversation. Frankie, go ahead.
I didn't want to rudely interrupt you, but this is a moment where Rob Scott's going to get his few seconds in alone with a certain someone who just came in. Rob, you are about to get a personalized apology.
Oh,
What's up,
Damien? I'm listening, my good sir.
First of all, let me say this. Steph Curry, kiss my ass. Well, y'all can kiss my ass too. But I do apologize. Y'all did win it. Y'all passed. I really had the Mavs though, but I apologize.
I appreciate. That's all I wanted to hear. I thank you for keeping up with your end of the bargain. And while I got your ear, stop saying all this crazy stuff that you be typing, okay? Because you having me concerned,
Talking about?
Damien. All right.
What you
Damien,
talking
turn your
about?
camera on. Damien, can you turn your camera on?
No.
Hey, look.
Damn.
Hey, look. I'm just excited to see Damien take the challenge. Come on here and apologize. Even if it's without video, Damien.
He's a man of his word. He's a man of his word, and I appreciate that.
Me personally, I wanted the camera on so that way, face to face.
That's true, Damien. You really should at this point put
Hey,
your video on.
Hey,
It's okay.
No. Hold up. We ain't never said video on. We said to get my ass up here and say my apologies.
No,
What you hiding, Damien? What you hiding? What you hiding?
I'm just saying you got to face. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying you in your Mavs covered bedroom right now. You got Luke on your covers.
He's still taking all the stuff. He's changing the covers. I'm like,
Man, I ain't got my hair good. God damn it! I need a haircut. God damn it! That's why I ain't like.
It's all good. It's all good. You know what? That's a good excuse. We cool. That's a good excuse. I accept his apology, and I appreciate him being a man.
I don't want to hear nothing about haircuts because I'm the same dude who comes out.
Good job. Good job.
Hey, when you saw me for the past couple of weeks, I went through pneumonia, COVID. It was a while before I had a haircut. So
I'm glad Damien stepped up and came in here like a man to apologize to Rob. Damien, thank you for coming in to apologize.
Thank you, Damien.
Now get the hell out of my show.
Hey.
Wow.
What is going on? Let's continue rolling.
I love how he came on and gave you that apology, Rob. That was amazing. Okay, Damien.
It was
beautiful.
beautiful.
I kicked him the hell out. He apologized and I kicked him the hell out.
It was beautiful
because Damien came in.
I was not gonna miss Unscripted, not for nothing for the world.
Hey, we appreciate you and Pride coming on the show. We love you guys. You know that.
You know we love you too, brother.
I love John Moxley.
If the net, oh my god, he is a wild thing.
Hold on. Speaking of that though, I did Gonzo's show earlier with him and his father. He did his wrestling podcast, and let me tell you, his father is very knowledgeable. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure talking to both of those guys, and I can't wait till that episode is aired.
Hey, put that comment up.
Sanders, you're not getting an apology from me. Our bet is if Miami Heat was to win it all.
I'm gonna tell you right now. And Pride will understand where I'm coming from. If Miami wins and beats the Celtics, I will give Sandra Arroyo Sanchez an apology because I kind of do owe him that. So I will do that. And I hope the Celtics win. I got the Celtics winning. But if they lose, I'll give Sandra the apology, and we'll do it live. And Sandra, I'll give you the link. You come on. We'll do it face to face, and we'll be all good. And square in the house.
Celtics by 15. Oh! Actually, matter of fact, no. Let's not distract ourselves. Frankie, I in the group chat, you were very eager for this topic because Kevin Durant is your favorite player. So I will give you the opportunity and the floor to discuss.
I'm changing. So McDaniel's on next tryout. Let me stop quickly. Okay, if the Nets don't extend Kyrie Irving's contract, should they trade away KD? News is that KD did say if Kyrie doesn't play with the Nets, he's not playing with the Nets. So I'm not believing.
That's what he said.
That's exactly what he said, and I'm not going to believe him because he's a
wow.
He says a lot of things.
But here's the thing. You got to remember.
Wow.
But Rob, hear it out, Rob. You got to remember the context. So if Kyrie Irving opts in, this will be his final year. What Kevin Durant was basically saying, if Kyrie Irving opts out and they basically give nothing to replace him, he's not going to play. Now, I don't think it'll be that serious. I think it'll be a situation where he's going to go and force a trade. But if I'm the Nets, I get Kyrie Irving to opt in, And if you don't want Kyrie Irving, fine. But then you need to trade Kyrie to try to go get another star to pair up with Kevin Durant. Because we've seen it. Kevin Durant can get you a series or two. By himself, he can get you a series or two. But where Kevin Durant is in his career, he doesn't want to have to go out there and play 55 minutes in a double overtime game that there's only like let's be honest, a couple years ago, and for Brooklyn to win at a 45-minute game, Kevin Durant had to somehow play 55 minutes. Let that sink in. Like,
well, he shouldn't have never left Golden State. That's his fault.
No, but he had to leave Golden State. He had to. My only problem is when you left Golden State. What the hell? Is that the SWAT monster?
Jay was about to have a DX interest.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, break it down. But that's just it with KD. He's done with me having to go out and average a career high. He's done with that. Like, it's the same thing with LeBron. Like,
he should have stayed in Golden State, bro. He would have never have to average that.
I mean, but at the same time, you gotta remember.
I'm not gonna feel sorry for this man. You left a great situation. You left a championship situation. They almost beat the Raptors, and 2 of their star players got injured, bro.
No, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I don't feel bad for him because when you went, you got Kyrie Irving, who was the most unpredictable guy and the most inconsistent guy in terms of if I have a bad game and you question me about it, I'm gonna go on a sabbatical. Like, I don't feel bad.
Pride, you didn't hear what I said. He left the Splash Brothers for the Are You Playing Tonight brothers.
I understand that, but at the same time, Kevin Durant didn't want to be there anymore because every single time Golden State had the opportunity, they constantly reminded KD, without us, you don't have a ring. Draymond Green looked at him and was like, bitch, we don't need you.
They didn't. And they don't. They're back in the furnace. Where is he at?
I understand that. But he said that to a guy who gets triggered because if a random dude with 1 follower on Twitter tweets at him, you suck. And he has the egg. He still got the egg avatar that you uploaded no photos. And Kevin Durant gets offended by that. Now imagine if your co-employee said that to you. Hi, Jay. But imagine, like, think about it. Imagine if he, like, we got to remember who Kevin Durant is. You know what I mean?
I get you,
like,
but
I don't feel bad. But at the same time, I'm just telling you what I'm assuming he's thinking.
Well, if I'm the Nets and Kyrie don't play with us, then I'm looking to trade KD too. We'll nip that in the bud there.
I mean, but me personally, I would explore trading Kyrie to try to get another guy to pair him up with. To pair up KD with, and then if you can't, then obviously you go and trade KD.
I'm cutting him, and I'm not cutting him from the team. I'm cutting him with a knife, straight up. Straight up cutting him.
Oh man,
but I get why Frankie wants to cut Kyrie because Kyrie is doing some silly stuff to mess with his best friend, the best player.
KD. He has to go on a 10-second sabbatical.
Oh Lord Jesus! Here we go.
But I mean, look. I'll be honest.
Hey, Mike, I love it, Mike. I love it. Bring him home. Bring him home.
All right, you know what? He's gonna have to go on a sabbatical because I'm sick of these confused people that they don't know what they're talking about.
I will say this though: if they probably are going to consider trading Kevin Durant, they probably are. But if I'm Brooklyn, I don't. I go to Kyrie, and if I'm Kyrie, this is what I do. I opt in. I keep my mouth shut, and I ball out. Because if I do that, guess what? The year after next, guess what? I'm an unrestricted free agent. Unrestricted. That means if I have 1 year where I keep my mouth shut, and I chill, and I hope, and I just play 70 games, 65, 70 games, I give you 25 points per game, give it 25, 5 and 5. You do that, next year, there will be plenty of teams that will probably be desperate enough to throw you a super max contract. So if I'm Kyrie, I opt in, But
and then I go murder. Everything is kill season.
And matter of fact, I am the most nice guy ever.
I'm gonna be a quiet killer.
No, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna say, you know what? Who asked that question? You? That's a very nice shirt. Where did you get that shirt? I want to buy some because I think it would look good on me. Ma'am, that contour, phenomenal. You don't even need makeup. You're too beautiful for that. Sir, by the way, I saw your car. Bro, it's fucking man. That's me if I'm Kyrie.
Hey, let me just say this.
I get paid, I'm turning back into a cancer. I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, fuck the league, bro. I'm going on another sabbatical. What up?
Let me just say this, man, because I gotta go. I'm here at my family house. We have a family game night, but I told them give me like an hour so I can get on this show. I was not gonna miss this interview, Frankie. I really appreciate you for letting us be a part of this with you, brother.
Yes, sir.
That was historic. It got me motivated, ready to do more in the sports world, man. So we appreciate the connection and appreciate you for sharing this platform with us. You and Jay for letting us get on your guys' baby. Pride, it was good to see you again, man. We've missed you, brother. I understand you gotta take care of your responsibilities as a man, so I ain't mad at you. But anytime you need me on Prideful Takes, let your boy know. And anytime Unscripted needs me, let your boy know. I appreciate you guys for letting me be on here with y'all.
Thank you for being.
Hey, Rob, before you go, can you hear me okay?
I hear you, brother.
We just can't see you.
Yeah, man, I know my video's doing something stupid. I told Frank earlier my computer's acting weird. But hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do. I know you got a lot of things going on, and for you and Pride, man, you guys are amazing. I appreciate y'all.
Oh man, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Frankie the Yankee Pride. Love you guys. Love all y'all guys, man.
Love you too, Robert.
Yes, sir. And by the way, Connecticut still sucks.
Oh,
all right, you guys.
Chicago's a cesspool. Get out of here.
All right. Final thoughts because I gotta go. I got some things to do, stores to run to, blunts to roll, some green to smoke, some alcohol to drink, maybe. Any final thoughts, Pride, Jay?
Pride, you go first.
Sure, I'll go first. First and foremost, thank you for having me here. Always a pleasure. It's great to spend some time with y'all. Shout out to JJ. He got married over the weekend. Him and Charlotte sees.
You really just called him JJ, yo?
No, that's how I know him. That's how I know him. Well, his name is Jeriel, but I know him as JJ. That's how I know him. It's kind of like Frankie. What's your full name?
Frankie.
Okay, it's kind of like Jay, right? His name is Jason, but we know him as Jay. I don't know why the fuck I didn't go to Jay first because his shit is like the most fucking obvious. Don't pay attention to me. I'm sped as shit. But shout out to him and his missus. They got married. They got married over the weekend. Sandy showed me some photos. So shout out to them. Always a pleasure being here. Thank you guys for having me. Whenever you guys need me, let me know. I am a loser, right? I get no bitches, right? I am a virgin. So if y'all need me, just ask me and I'll be here. So but appreciate you guys having me. Always fun talking some sports with y'all. Frankie, I know you love KD, and I'm gonna try to see what we can so I can get you a jersey of him or something.
And with that, we come to the show. Any final takes for Jay?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, real quick. I didn't really get to weigh in too much on the Nets. We had several other topics, but we're going to slide that to Tuesday, and we'll talk about it on Tuesday. But in terms of the Nets, look, here's the deal. The upper-level management has already come out and said that they are not happy with the COVID vaccination and the spotty availability of Kyrie Irving. And I think that if they don't give him the extension – if they don't give him the extension, then I do think that they're going to let go of Kyrie. And if they let go of Kyrie, I'm telling you right now, KD's looking for a trade, and he's on the first train smoking because he's not there for the money. He's not there for the titles. According to him, he's there to play with Kyrie. And if Kyrie goes, so does his motivation. And I think we see KD at some other destination to be determined. So that's my spiel on the Nets. And again, man, I just want to say thanks, man. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Robert Duran Jr., geez, man. You brought my family closer. My sister, my pops, they're coming on this show. They never come on this show before. It's crazy to me. And, man, Robert Duran Jr., that's not the name I would. I mean, there's a million other things I would. Robert Duran Jr. brought my family closer together, and that's why I know the future champion. And I say future because it's going to take a couple of bouts, but future champion is Robert Duran Jr. And I exit Frankie. Freaking great show, man. Pride, much love.
Let's keep it down a little bit, Jay. You sound a little horny right now. Let's keep it down for a little bit.
Yes, I'm horny, and I'm horny, and the wife is at another location, and my cat is all that's available. I don't know.
Hey Jay, remember how we talked about ending your stories like a sentence early? This is one of those moments.
This has been another episode. No, that's Frankie's job. I'm sorry. I put crazy comments out there. Whatever.
Frankie, I'm done. Just wrap it up, bro. Just hit the outro and we're done. Cause like this dude wants to fuck a cat.
Pride, you know you love it. Stop laughing.
Cats?
Final thoughts.
Not
All
cats.
right, everybody. My final thoughts. All right. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope everybody enjoy the rest. Like I said, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your baseball. There's baseball going on right now. Enjoy your basketball games tomorrow. And also, everybody, have a wonderful Memorial Day as well. You know, thank you, Jay, for serving our country. Happy Memorial Day to you, Jay. Literally, we wouldn't be free if it wasn't for people like you. So, you know, thank you to all our armed and forced soldiers across the nation. But have a safe Memorial Day. And us here at Unscripted, we want to thank everybody for all the comments, the likes, the shares. We couldn't appreciate it more. Thank you to Rob Scott for coming on. Thank you to Pride for coming on. And thank you to Robert Duran Jr. Special show, special guy. Can't wait for him to come back on, and I can't wait to see his fights. I will give you guys the links to his fights for future fights to come.
Good.
So enjoy your weekend, everyone.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Hey, for all the families out there, and this is coming from a military perspective, for all the families out there, this Memorial Day, that your loved ones, whether it be, you know, your husband, your sister, your mother, you know, your brother, your son, your dad, that did not come home from battle and combat. I know specifically in my heart, some of my soldiers, 2 of them at least, were married and didn't make it home. Again, Memorial Day is for you guys, and we love you. We appreciate what you've given to this country, and I salute you and thank you. That's it.
That was beautiful. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Pride, have a good weekend. Jay, have a good weekend. Catch you guys on Tuesday at Unscripted. I won't be here. I work, but catch us on Unscripted Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also catch us at ASAP in the morning, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. With that, we here at Unscripted say, see y'all later.
I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. It's kush. I love me too much and your brain turn to mush. Fall flat on your tush. You couldn't handle the product I push. I guess I'm just used to it, I just do it. Like Nike swoosh, none of that Reggie Bush. Cause I'm top shelf, I ain't got wealth. But I'm on my grind like park rails. I'd sell the shoes right off my 2 feet. Then add one, that's a yard sale. Got dumb bars that be smarter than Harvard, Yale. Take your pictures elsewhere. You wanna be TMZ, I wanna be VIP. Quit pandering, I'm not answering. Cause I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. All of that bark and no bite. That's alright, not everyone can be the big dog. Take a walk, kick rocks, can't keep me out cause I pick locks. They hear 'em